every one of those who are being baptized tonight are going to offer a testimony. And really all that is a public declaration, a testimony of their personal encounter with Jesus Christ.
My life before him was a blur of worshiping idols, serving myself, seeking to elevate Ed, and indulging in all the fleeting deceptions and seductions that I could find. The guilt, the shame, and the consequences of this kind of living built themselves up into a burden I couldn't manage any longer, and I was barely functioning emotionally and spiritually. In the midst of this really crazy and terrifying season, my mom duped me into going to a Jesus retreat. And during the weekend, I confessed not only all I had done, but all that I had been. And I begged him to forgive me and help me and love me and to show himself to me. And he did. And Jesus hit me with his tidal wave of grace and the words to frame him in these moments of my conversion and what it felt like to be forgiven and renewed and restored and redeemed and reclaimed don't do justice.
Now I just feel like I know that I'm 100% accepted. I'm an adopted son of the King, and so I don't have to worry about that acceptance. And Jesus Christ is the only one that I can bet my life on. I can't imagine going back to any of these false idols or anything else because they just left me empty.
And I took a look around, and I'm telling you, God touched me when I was sleeping because I woke up and I was done. Physically, emotionally, mentally, I was done. That Monday morning, I made the call to where I now live, the Union Gospel Mission. Made the call, they said, come on up. I packed my bags in 40 minutes and I was up there, haven't looked back since. Man, I'm just grateful for today. I'm thankful for today, and I feel like I have purpose today. And I know that my life, if my life wants to work, it's got to be with God, and I've come to know that through the gospel.
And as we bring them down underneath the water, they are symbolically uniting themselves with Jesus Christ in his death. And as they're brought out of the water, they're symbolically united with Jesus Christ, cleansed from their sin, cleansed from their shame, cleansed from their guilt, risen to new life with Christ.
As I look back on my life before I knew Jesus and understood the gospel, I feel completely broken for who I once was, but also exceedingly thankful for who I have become in Jesus. One major change that I saw in my life after understanding the depth of this sacrifice made for my sins was that the angry fire that used to burn in my heart was put out. I no longer even felt anger come upon me. I was completely freed from that bondage that had engulfed my life and ruined a lot of relationships for so many years. I also grew to love people. Instead of settling for a life of loneliness, I realized the great joy that can be found in close community and loving others.
One of the things that my culture has given me is the lack of faith, and I think that's a bad thing, especially when you feel weak. You really don't have much confidence to go on. I think I do need a savior to actually bring me out of the
Confess your sins to Jesus Christ. Do you receive him as Lord, Savior, Chief Treasure? We baptize you in the name of the Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit.
We are Downtown Cornerstone, and our mission, the reason that we exist, is to build a great city through the gospel of Jesus Christ for the glory of God.